licensing reimagined.
What is up, Hardcore Nation? Hey, Hardcore Nation, Hardcore here, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 15. 15 this week, and man, I can't believe we've done 15 episodes. So, hey, I need somebody to jump in the comments and let me know. My computer said that we had an error going live. I just want to make sure this is actually going live right now, so or whether we need to restart it.
Artlist.io.
Here we go! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4! Come on! Let's go!
Music licensing reimagined.
All right, take two. Hey, Hardcore Nation, Hardcore here, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 15 of Life Behind the Pros. And again, guys, got a great show for you tonight, coming off of Snowshoe Weekend 2 weekends ago, and going to do a quick rundown of what we got on tap for you tonight. We've got a couple cool guests tonight. We're also we've got from in our Comedic Gasket component of the week, we've got Logan Huff from Fast Company. We want to talk to him about a couple reasons. One, obviously Fast Company. Most of us out there running fast handlebars want to talk to him a little about what's going on with that. But then also Logan made the trip cross country from the West Coast to run snowshoe for the first time. So we want to get his thoughts and his experience on the mountain. So we're looking forward to talking to him. Of course, Kenda ripping up the weekend. Hardcore Yourself's going to talk about our snowshoe experience. And then we're also going to talk about round one of the Triple Crown Buddy Series on the NECXC series. And then on our Outlaw Motorsports Young Gun of the Week, we've got Dayton Hickey, and we're going to talk to him about his overall finish at Snowshoe, and also what is going on with him for the 9-hour, and possibly what's coming up for him in the future. We might have to hear what his dad has to say about that. And then if we get to it, we've got one particular DP Brakes Dirt Dominator to talk about, and then we've got our Custom Access All Smooth News of the week. We've got our Action Off-Road Camp winner announcement. And then we're also going to talk to our Sunstar Rising Star of the Week in Colton Yankovic. And then we're going to finish the show tonight talking about everything in the Kenda 9 Hours of Havoc. It is countdown week for the 9-hour coming up. And we're going to have Drew Blackley on here with us from Kenda. We're going to have Seth Wilson back, NECXC setting up the track. And then we're also going to have Tanner Walker on here as well. We're going to be listening to Tanner talk to us about the special enduro section that he's been hard at work on all for several weeks actually. And then we will finish up the show just like always with our Hardcore Nation swag giveaway. So again, we got a great show for you tonight. Appreciate right now we got David Hawkins tuning in. Brandon Rogers, appreciate you being here, buddy. And Dave Machisco Sr. So thank goodness, Dave. I just read your text messages to the 9-hour group. Does my heart good, man, to hear you say the bike's ready. So, anyway, so real quickly, we'll just throw it out there. The hardcore team for the 9 hours is going to be Dave Machisco Sr., myself, and the one and only Scooter Scotty Wilhelm. So we'll be competing in the old timers class coming up this weekend for the Kenda 9 hour. We got some fans on here. Colton's not even on here yet. We've got some fans on here. We got Debbie Ventura on here giving Colton a shout out before he's even on the show. So, all right, guys. So we're going to get started tonight with first of all, let me real quick. Let me get the swag giveaway going. But we're going to talk about the snowshoe experience that we had in Hardcore Harvey Motorsports. So again, snowshoe is a fickle situation. You just never know. I mean, you just never know what can happen at snowshoe. So let me get here. Hold on. Let me find my link. There it is. Just a second, folks. All right, we got 6 entries already. Good deal. All right, so we're in. Again, all you got to do to enter to win the swag giveaway at the end is all you got to do is make any comment in the comments during the entire portion of the show, and you're automatically entered to win the swag giveaway at the end. Larry Mills is with us. We may actually try to pull Larry on here, just kind of at a last moment guess. We're going to bring him on with the 9 hour crew because DP Brakes is going to be on site and supporting the Kenda 9 hours of Havoc. So Larry Mills himself is making the trip. So if any of you guys out there are supported by Larry Mills and DP Brakes, make sure you make an effort to get to the Kenda 9 hour and go shake that guy's hand. He does a lot for all of us out here in the racing world. Kenny Vincent says you missed last week. Yes, Kenny, you did. There wasn't a show last week. So folks, apologize for that. But we got back from snowshoeing. To be honest, man, we were just wore out. So we pushed off episode 15 1 week and kind of got us. My wife says something you never get at snowshoe is sleep. Amen to that, particularly when you're sleeping next to the village. Willie Porter, I got to get me some hardcore swag. So speaking of that, guys, real quick, we've got my son, who's big into, if you remember, X-Seeley, who has helped me with the show several times. He's big into Spartan racing, and he's got a team that's going to be competing in the West Virginia Spartan race in August. And he actually designed a logo for the Hardcore Harvey team, and we are actually going to be bringing that logo, and we're going to be using it as part of the show. And we're actually in the process right now of getting some shirts made with this new logo. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll do a generic show and tell. And let's see here. Maybe. Anyway, you can't see. It's not big enough. Anyway, I'll throw it up. I'll throw it up on social media. But man, he did a great job working with a designer to design a really cool Hardcore Harvey logo that we're going to start incorporating into not only his Spartan race stuff, but so Clay, you're watching, man. If you can throw a prototype up in the comments. I don't know if you can do that, but I could bring it up on. I can bring it up on there. So Jerry Durst, appreciate you being here. Absolutely, Brandon. DP Brakes. Thanks, Brandon. Dustin Dickerson, appreciate the Dickersons checking us out. And Special Ed, who was we'll talk a little bit about Special Ed when we get to the Buddy Series part of it. All right, focus. I gotta focus. My wife would be yelling at me in the comments to hurry up, and because she'll want to go to bed later. So all right, so our snowshoe race. So like I said, you just never know what to expect when you get to snowshoe. First of all, it's just an event that's completely unique to ATV racing or any type of racing. And I mean, anybody can win there based on just how things unfold and bottlenecks and breakdowns and rocks and breaking bikes and all that kind of stuff. So you always feel like you go there and you got a chance to win no matter kind of where you are in the points. If you're, I mean, honest to goodness, if you're in the top 7 or 8 guys in your class and you've been competitive within 3 or 4 minutes in races, you got a chance to win there. So always go there kind of excited because even the guys I know are faster than me. You know, you never know what could happen. They could have trouble and you could put yourself in a position where you could get it, where you could pick up a win. But so we went out. Fortunately, we'd worked our way into the top 5 in points in the Masters 50 plus class. So we got to start on the front line of our class. So we went down the ski slope. I think I was in 3rd going down the ski slope, maybe 4th. But so, yeah, so we come through on the first lap, and I normally do not ever have any issues with arm pump. And I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was just kind of pushing to try to keep myself in contact with the lead guys, or whether I just hadn't. Of course, it was rough. I mean, the rock sections were rough, and I first lap I was like dying with arm pump, so I could barely hang on. So we came through. First lap. I think we had dropped clear back to 5th, and then coming through on the second lap, I had got my hands wet and I didn't wear it. And listen, 2 things at snowshoe: 1, big tires. Don't even just run big tires. And 2, here you go, Mama McGill. If you don't run Mafia mitts at snowshoe, even if the sun's out, you're asking for trouble. And Hardcore here did not put the Mafia mitts on, and I paid for it on lap 2, trying to run with wet hands and wet grips, and kind of down in the bottoms at snowshoe. It was nasty. It was sloppy. So we got back up to the top of the mountain at the end of lap 2. Yes, Kenny Vincent, that's a great point. Could be old age. I would agree with that also. But we got back to the top of the mountain on lap 2, and my wife Taylor was there, and everybody was there with her. And I just want to say thanks to everybody. I mean, everybody jumped in, because I normally don't change gloves. My pit stops normally involve me grabbing a water on the way by, and I don't even stop for that. But we actually stopped. So I think people saw when I actually stopped. That's not normal for me. So I had a bunch of folks come and help her. I appreciate everybody who jumped in. Kenny, I appreciate you jumping over the fence and coming to help her as well. Mustache Mark McGill, I appreciate you doing that also. And then there's everybody there that was part of that. So I got gloves changed. I got a fresh set of goggles, and I got a drink. And all of a sudden, the race just came together. And I started feeling better. And I knew immediately when I kept my hands dry. I think it was Mark or Kenny that wrapped some paper towels around my hand grips plus my new gloves. So that got me all the way through, 3/4 of the way through the 3rd lap. And then I let the paper towels go off of the grips. And then I had another fresh set of gloves on. So that made a huge difference in the pace we were able to run. So actually we came through at the end of the 3rd lap, and I thought scoring was wrong at the time, but we were in 2nd. So I didn't realize that we had worked our way up there. So then 3rd and 4th got back by me. So I was in 4th, and then we kind of battled 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in my class, which would have been Tim Mazzella and Dave Tarango and myself. We literally ran bumper to bumper for all of the 3rd and all of the 4th lap. And for snowshoe, that's normally not that. I mean, it was fun. It was fun getting to dice it with those guys. And Tarango made a mistake. He was in 2nd, and Tim got pinned up in behind him, and I was able to get around both of them. And I led the rest of the 3rd lap, and I led all of the 4th lap to 1 mile from the daggone finish. And we came up the last logging road, coming back up out of the bottom, making our way back to the finish line. And there was a huge bottleneck on the last hill coming back on a cutback. And I got stacked up in there behind, and Dave Tarango was in behind me. We were all everybody was go, go, go. But sometimes, honestly, my experience has been a couple ounces of patience right there goes a long way. But in that moment, Tim Mazzella got checked up in time to get around both Tarango and myself, both on the right side. And then Tarango and I followed him around the line he took. And then it was just a chase to the finish. I did get around Tarango to get back into 3rd, but we got back on the last road section, and the dust was so bad. And anybody who knows me knows, listen, I'm not a dust guy, and I am not at 53 years old, I am not going to run blind in the dust. It's just not worth it to me because, again, just coming off of one big injury this year. But hats off to Tarango, man. He came by me in the dust like I was standing still. And I was like, have at it, brother. I'll try to catch you in the last wood section. So we literally finished within 3 seconds of each other from second, third, and fourth. So it was a great day. We ended up fourth in our class. We ended up I think it was 43rd overall. Super happy to be in the top 50 at Snowshoe. I was hoping to be in the top in the 30s. We thought that's kind of where we could run if we didn't have any mistakes. But again, tough first lap, really slow first lap. Second lap with the arm pump and the slimy hands. But our third lap actually. When we checked the lap times, we actually had the fastest lap of our class on the third lap. So I knew we were running a good pace then, but just some mistakes. And like I tell people, whether it's local races or whether it's the national races, the guys that I'm racing with in that 45 to 55 age group, like it is, you just can't believe how competitive this group of guys is in terms of skill. And listen, we still want to win. I mean, I know we're older, but we still got the competitive juices flowing. And if you make a mistake, you're done. Like you're not going to win against these guys if you make a mistake. Like, and this is hats off to Dave Machisco Sr. He's going to be our singular and our only dirt dominator on this show because he beat our asses by 7 minutes at Snowshoe. He put the smack down on us, and hats off to you, buddy. You put in a heck of a ride. I think he was it was like 21st overall. Like he was rolling. So, and I found out later he had trouble, so he could have been in top 15. But so he had a great race. He's a fantastic rider. And again, most of the time, if he doesn't have trouble, we all know we're chasing him for second place. So, but he's earned it, man. He's super fast, and that's why I'm excited to have him on the Kenda 9-hour team as well. So yeah, that was our Snowshoe experience. Super pumped to be in fourth. I felt like we gave second place away, but that's not taking anything away from Tarango or Tim. They earned it. They got around me. They beat me, but we'd done the right things to put ourselves in second place, and we just couldn't hang on. So. That's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. So again, got the win there last year. So we still got to win at Snowshoe. Got a fourth this year. I think we were third the year before. So we've been very fortunate to stay right on the podium or close to the podium. Every year we've been at Snowshoe for a good while. So we're going to call that a win. So, and then real quick, last weekend was the first round of the Triple Crown Buddy Series at the New East Coast Series. We were at High Point Raceway. First of all, hats off to the Wilson family, particularly Seth. Hats off to Seth, man. You put down an unbelievable track, dude. I know High Point, we've run that place a ton, but given how much abuse that track takes, you did a great job on that track, man. So hats off to Seth for a great race. So 2 hours plus a lap buddy race, and my partner and I, we were hoping to put together a ride to defeat the Sprinkles Dynasty. That's what we call them because after they beat us, they always go get ice cream with sprinkles on it. But that is Todd Muscala and Scooter Scotty Wilhelm. We just weren't able to put it together. They end up beating us. I think it was 22 seconds. We had a tough first couple laps. Listen, one of the most unique things I've ever heard of happened to my partner, man. Like I couldn't even believe Todd Muscala kicked up a log off of the track into the air, and it hit his tether cord and knocked it off the bike in the middle of the race. He was right on his bumper, knocked the tether cord off, and then he can't find it. So he's scrambling around looking for his tether cord. It ends up being in his heel guard down around his foot peg. So he finally gets it. He finally gets it back together, gets it going. So I don't know how long he was there, but then he also took a spill in the field and built his Benny subframe. So he had a rough day. And then Scotty Wilhelm put it on me. I think he was trying to make a statement because I was giving him heck about not being ready for the 9-hour. So he came in each lap and he says, "Hey, Harv, you think I'm ready?" "Yeah, Scooter, you're ready, man. You're ready." So, but again, great. If you have not experienced going to one of those buddy races, there's 2 more left in the Triple Crown. make an effort to come out, man. It is a lot of fun to get out there and bang bars in the buddy race format and go back and forth. So again, great job to Todd and Scooter for putting it on us. Yeah, Kenny, maybe you should send that to him. Yeah, I agree. Keep zip ties on your. That's excellent. We're definitely going to do that next time. So, all right, man. So that is the Hardcore Harvey Kenda ripping up the past 2 weekends segment of the show. So we're going to get into here. We're going to bring in. We kind of switched things around because I told Logan he could be on a little bit later. So we did. We moved up our Outlaw Motorsports. Let me get my stuff going here. Our Outlaw Motorsports Young Gun of the Week is going to be Dayton Hickey, and so talk to his dad a little bit about what he's been into, and man, he put in a killer ride at Snowshoe. So we're going to bring him on here now. He's ready to go. So, Dayton, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. So I see you got you all set up there with showing all your first place medals behind you. Are those all yours?
Yeah, and there's more scattered around my room.
So that's just your wall of fame? Like everybody in the family's got a wall of fame?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my wall.
That's your absolutely, man. So give us a little pan. Give us a little pan of it with the phone. There you
got the up top there. There's the buddy.
I see the triple crown.
Yeah, me and my friend Parker Henderson.
Yeah,
we ended up winning the overall last year for it.
So isn't that a fun way to race though, man?
Oh yeah, it was fun. Then later that year we ended up doing a 5-hour team race for that guy from D6 puts on.
Yeah. Did you win that too?
Nah, we had a rough day there.
You got a rough. Well, listen. So are you running the buddy? You weren't there Sunday, were you?
Nah, we retired this year.
No, I get you, man. All right, so let's talk about you specifically. I want to talk about. So you're in the schoolboy senior class.
Yeah,
correct?
I am. It can be a fun class. It can be a tough class. We all mess around with each other day before the race and have a good old time.
So how many guys in that class are like on any given Saturday when you guys line it up could win that day?
Whoever shows up that day, there could be 8 of us who could go at it and see who could come out on top.
Yeah, so that's what I thought about that class. That's like the future. You guys are the future. As us old guys are fading away, we're fading further to the back of the pack. You guys are coming to the front. So you at Snowshoe, not only did you put in a top 10, you were 6th overall from the schoolboy senior class.
Yeah, I mean, I could have done better, but I had to take it easy on that last lap because I had I stalled it and it wouldn't start. But thanks to Rob Smith from BNR, he gave me a push to get going again. So tell us how your race unfolded. What row did you guys start on? I started on the 2nd row of my class because at High Point, I ended up breaking, caused me to go to 6th in points.
Okay. So you started from the 2nd row.
Yes.
Which was what row number was it?
8.
You were row 8. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then
down the first hill. Normally, I always tell guys that get all freaked out about not starting in the first row of their class. I just listen. By the time you get to the bottom of the ski slope, everybody stacks up down there anyway. And every advantage that you had is gone by the bottom of the first ski slope. And they're like, oh, yeah, right. And then we get there, and I'm sitting there looking at them going, I told you we'd all be sitting here together. Is that –
Yeah, that's true. I mean, heck, I think when we first hit the first little logging road, I was already catching kids in my class.
So how was the dust?
What dust?
You didn't have any dust? Are you kidding me?
I had a little bit, but I kind of just went through it.
I know it's because you're young and dumb. You just go.
Yeah, you got a point there.
All right, so in the first lap, where were you? Had you gotten the lead?
Yeah, I was in the lead by the end of the first lap, physically, actually.
Okay, so you were leading the overall. Were you leading the overall?
No, nowhere near. I don't.
Oh,
nowhere
okay.
near there.
Okay.
But my class was. I was physically.
All right. So you were physically
So-
in front as well as on time. Did you stay in front the whole race, or did you get?
When I got out front, I think it was around like 9 mile marker. I never looked back.
Excellent. So you rode the rest of the day in first.
Yes, I just put my head down and got in my groove and went from there.
So when you say you think you could have done better than 6th overall, I mean, that intrigues me, man. Like what is that? Like, where do you think you could have been?
I think I could have been around 4th, maybe. I was 5th once last year.
So Bill Wallace
overall
says
last-
you. Bill Wallace says in the comments that you have the Guinness World Record for holding the fastest speed a 400EX has ever gone.
I kind of push it to the limits.
What does that mean? Does that just mean you're just all over this thing?
Yeah, I've lost second gear twice this year.
Really?
We're pushing that motor, yeah. We're pushing the
So
bike.
you think you could have been 4th
Yes.
overall? Did you have trouble?
The ski slopes, it was hard dealing with the 4x4s because I'd get them in the woods, and then as soon as we hit them ski slopes, they would motor right by me, like I was standing still.
Hey, listen, I don't care what size the bike is. It's hard to outrun 1,000 cc's.
Oh yeah, it is.
I mean, it just when you're going up the hill and you're a 400 or 450, even a 450, and they're bringing 1,000 horses. I mean, they're going by you.
Oh yeah, you just hear
mean,
that roar, and there they go.
So that transitions me to, since we're talking about how fast 4x4s are. So I have heard through the grapevine that you are going to be on a 4x4 for the Kenda 9 hour.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be running with Cody Kyler and Gavin Jenkins.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did this idea come about? I mean, obviously you're a sport quad guy. I mean, you're not that old, so you don't have that many years in this thing yet. And
my dad had gotten a 4x4 a few years back, and I kind of rode it. And then I actually raced one for the first time this year at Mid-East, and then the next day in New York.
so you've got a little seat time on this thing too, then.
A little bit.
So, okay, the question that everybody asks, the next question is, how do you like it compared to a sport bike? What's the biggest differences?
It just put a big old smile on my face when I rode it. You could just let it eat and go through anything you wanted to.
Oh, so you just make the whole track straight. You just
Yeah.
go straight.
Yeah, you can.
So Jim Muntan, you know Suntan Muntan?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so Suntan Muntan says Dayton needs to get on a 4x4 ASAP. And is this mom, Trisha?
That's my dad right now. He's on my
Oh,
mom's side.
your dad is identifying as Trisha.
Yes.
Tell him that's dangerous in 2022. Tell him that's dangerous in this day and age. All right, so are you guys I mean, I realize, and I know your dad and I talked about this before the show, so I'm kind of setting him up a little bit, but like, is this in your guys' thinking? Are you thinking about this?
Maybe. You just have to see where it goes.
So do you know Special Eddie King?
No, I do not.
Well, Special Ed King, he says, "Oh yeah, baby," and then he says, "Let the big dog eat." So you get a lot of praise here tonight for thinking about this.
Yeah, I know all the guys in 4x4 Pro, they kind of like me. If I catch them during the race, they'll let me by. They're all real nice guys.
So you're saying in order for me to get by the 4x4 guys easier, I should just wear a jersey that says Hickey?
I don't have a jersey that says Hickey. I just have that 400.
Well, also, so are you guys? All right, so are you running the 4x4 Pro class at the 9?
Yes, we are.
All right. So Jim Muntan says to tell your dad you got them deep pockets anyway.
Dad's over here shaking his head no.
So how do you think you guys are going to do? You gonna you gonna win that 1,000?
We're gonna try.
You gonna try?
For them right now, but I have a good feeling about this weekend.
Well,
I got good bunch of guys to ride with. Cody's mechanic, Mike Sturgis, actually Stiggers, putting the bike together right now, just doing some maintenance to it to make sure it's ready to go and survive that 9 hours of havoc.
Dude, that's a long time, man.
Yep.
Have you guys decided how you're going to break it up as a team? Are you going to go 3 hours at a time? Or are you going to do 1 hour rotations? What are you going to do?
Probably do 1 hour rotations.
I think that's what we're going to do too. I think we're going to do 3 1 hour rotations, particularly as old as we are.
Maybe half-hour rotation for you guys.
That's a great. I wish, yeah, like 1 lap, switch every lap. You could probably do the whole thing yourself, man. Not be tired.
I would be tired.
All right, Dayton. Listen, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to jump on here with us tonight, man. Thanks you so much. Thanks for doing an interview with us. Tell your dad appreciate him also, and we're looking forward to you on the 400 for at least until you wrap up the class championship, and then we might see something else.
Maybe.
All right. Listen, we're going to hold him to it because everybody who watches this show is going to remember.
Oh, great.
All right, dude. Hey, thanks for being on here tonight, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. See you guys.
See you.
All right, guys. That was Dayton Hickey. And, of course, Schoolboy Senior put in a great ride at Snowshoe, 6th overall. Said he felt like he could have been in 4th overall. Also going to be switching over to the 4x4 for the Ken to 9 Hours of Havoc this coming weekend. So really anxious to see what his potential is coming up. So, all right. So we are going to, I am super excited. Well, I'm always excited for people come on here, but I am excited for our next guest, which is going to be our Cometic Gasket component of the week is going to be Mr. Logan Huff. And I've got it titled on here as his snowshoe experience. Of course, Logan is with Fast Company, Fast Handlebars. And of course, anybody who knows anything about cross-country racing, if you are not running a set of flex bars, I don't know what you're doing. You're just beating yourself to death. So definitely excited to have him on here. Want to give him an opportunity to talk about Fast Company, but also want to hear about his experience, not only getting to Snowshoe, but the whole weekend. So at this point, we are going to welcome Mr. Logan. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for having me on, man.
Dude, I appreciate you doing this. I know you are super busy, and you were coordinating some video shoots and all that. And
holy cow, lately, yeah. Oh, dude, we're all busy though, dude. Yeah, it's a big pleasure to be on for sure. It's sick. Well,
dude, I came down and saw you, and once you guys got there, and kind of told you what we were trying to do with this show, and I appreciate you were excited from the beginning about coming on the show and being a part of it. So we definitely appreciate it, man.
It's always fun to talk racing. I'm game.
Other than that shirt you got on, you got to crop that out of the picture.
Oh, sorry, bro. I was like, oh, that's right. I'm wearing the shirt.
That's all right. We're battling. Tire battle t-shirts. Yeah. All right. So I want before we get into talking about Fast Company and handlebars and all that stuff, I want you to tell everybody how did the whole thing get going that you were going to come cross country, and tell us about how all that went.
What a sporadic trip it was, honestly. So and honestly, I wasn't even planning on going out east at all this year, just because I got surgery on my shoulder in November I just had repetitive dislocations and tore my labrum and all that kind of stuff. So
holy moly.
Yeah. My first race back to Works, that was just going good. And right after the race, Dane Perry, he's one of the event coordinators, Works Racing's the Randy Perry's son. He rolls over. He's like, "Hey, I think we're going to Snowshoe." And I'm like, "Really?" And he's all like, "Yeah, it's in 4 weeks or whatever. I'm all like, dude, I don't even got a bike set up or nothing. Anyways, like
I think
okay.
you guys built the bike in the parking lot once you got there.
Oh, I was still buttoning it up over there for sure. Yeah, I luckily like B&R Motors, like Ryan had everything in stock, and I was able to buy it all from him, and I ended up with a narrow setup, and it was a big deal. So we pulled it, and yeah, it was a real sporadic thing, and me, Travis, Damon, and Dame Perry and Mikey, we ended up going out there, and yeah, it was 40 hours one way from Havasu. It was gnarly.
40 hours. Oh my Lord.
It was so worth it though.
All right. So you guys get there. What'd you get there? Mid-morning Friday? When
No.
did you get
Luckily we got there on like 11:30 or something like that, or like 11 was that
that's right.
Thursday night.
Yeah, it was Thursday. That's right, Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, we slept in until midday though. We were like, dude, we should have just got a room because we slept half the day on Friday. Like, that's not normal.
So have you been to, and I know you've been to other on the East Coast, but have you been to Snowshoe?
No, I've never been to a GNCC before. Well, I've been to a GNCC, but I've never rode one, so doesn't count, you know.
What were you thinking when you were coming up the mountain? When you got to Snowshoe, you got through the gate, and you started up the mountain?
Oh, we were climbing, like it was pretty dark when we were driving up, but like I've been out like just to West Virginia. The West Virginia is so cool. Like just the way that like all the towns and everything's laid out like through the mountains. It's rad. Like everyone's got like their own like they got their own piece of land, you know. It's really cool.
Yep.
I dig it, man. And like we were coming up the hill and it was like 11% grade. Oh, the tranny was getting hot. Holy, but we made it though. We're so happy we got to the top. But I want to say like so since we're in a big rig, you know, like you're just looking at the ETA the whole, like you're on a 36-hour drive. Like you're just looking at the ETA just go down and down and down, you know, until you get there.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it said 2 hours remaining for like 4.5 hours. It was terrible because we started going up the mountain and we just were not going pace anymore. But it was a rad trip. The whole journey was sick. Yeah.
So did you guys have a chance you get there, you get kind of set up? Of course, you guys, and again, because it's always cool for us when we see you guys that don't normally, you know, come to these events, be there. So you were swarmed all day long. There was people down there around you guys talking to you pretty much all day. But did you get a chance to go out and check out any of the track at all before the race, or did you just go out and cold?
Yes, we went, and dude, everyone, I got to speak to that too. Everyone coming by, thanks for being so welcoming. Everyone at the GNCC series, that was super awesome. We all felt the love. We were stoked to be there. That was sick. And anyways, headed down to Howard's Hole. Had to check that out just because it's so iconic, you know. And then we get there and we're just like realizing, like, dude, this is so pointless to even walk down here the day before because, I mean, it's not going to be the same, you know, let alone all the people down there, you know?
Yeah.
So, but we just had to walk around and we didn't know how to get there. So we went all the way down the ski lifts and then walked around the lake and then like started hiking up the mountain. And we were just like, dude, this is a hike. Like, how are there so many people going to go this way? But we made it in there and we just made a day out of it, pretty much going to Howard's Hole and checking it out. And it was cool, man. Yeah, definitely sick. But for the most part, pretty blind. Me and Travis were talking about it. We're like, dang, dude, next time we need to rent some e-bikes and actually check the track out because that first lap was pretty wild.
So again, you know, you guys do mostly West Coast, you know, mostly desert racing type stuff. What'd you think the first rock garden?
The first rock garden, like, just the fact that it was in the trees, you know, like there's like canopies and no sunlight. I'm just like, dang, dude, like, this is different, you know. And like it was all wet too. Like I could ride rocks. Like don't get me wrong. Like I love me some good rock sections, but they're all dry out here. It's never wet, so it's a totally different game. And like I don't know. Like I'm so used to not having to like look for trees. You know, I mean that's a big deal right there too.
Well,
so
they don't move.
No, they don't move. Yeah, I'm just like I'm going through the rock section. I'm like picking a good line through the rocks, and I wasn't looking at the trees though. So at the end of the section, and it led me to some trees. I was like, "Dang it, dude!" So I get off the quad, and I start moving it, and the thing's covered in mud because I already been through Howard's Hole. Then I got mud all over my hands, and then I try to wipe them off of my pants like those are clean. It was a slippery slope, man. It was so good, though. Such a good experience. I felt like a beginner all over again, and yeah, I got to come back out and get better at it for sure. It was so much fun. It was sick.
So, is it something? And I realize it's a completely haul, but I mean, is it something you would do? You consider doing again?
Yeah, totally. Josh Merritt, he's nice enough to hang on to my quad for me, so I left it out there with him, and I just bought I didn't buy it yet, but I'm lining it up right now to get a light setup. So I'm gonna go and hit that Heartland Challenge, and hopefully me and Roy McCumbers are gonna be teams so far. But yeah, if anybody else wants to jump on board,
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I just want to go out and ride the woods,
Awesome, man. Well, dude, it was super to have you there and get you guys to experience it and kind of see what it's all about. And again, just like we learned the hard way, man, when we came out and did the Vegas to Reno race, man, what a learning curve, a steep learning curve for us. I kept thinking you guys had to kind of feel the same. I mean, not only did you come to a GNCC, but you came to snowshoe, which is another animal altogether.
So yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. And you know what? For me, like hearing that snowshoes the gnarliest of the gnar. I've got to I'm like, okay, that's kind of encouraging because holy cow, that was a lot on our plates the first time coming out. But it was sick. It was so cool.
So
like,
listen,
you guys ride gnarly stuff. Like big props, huge, way gnarly.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. So do you, because the speed that you guys ride in the sand when we went out there. I mean, I just remember that we got it down to a math equation where I said I need to know how fast I got to keep this bike going for us to be even competitive. So they gave me a number like this: you got to stay this fast. And I just watched the damn speedometer the whole race, just to try to make sure I kept running that pace. And that's kind of how we did it. But man, I don't know how you guys do it. Like I don't know how you do it. To watch the speed you guys hit it.
Yeah, I feel you on that 100%. Because we're racing. You go to these races, we're all hauling butt and ripping through the woods, ripping on the motor track, ripping in the desert, whatever it may be. But it's just such a different dynamic, And like me and Travis were talking about it, and we're just like, dude, I was like thinking about the whole lap, and we're pushing here and there. And I'm like, dude, we were not going that fast this weekend. I'm like, dude, okay, so what we do at Works is gnarly too. No discredit to us. Like we do some gnarly stuff for sure, but it's just different. It's totally different. It's really 100%. Cool. Yeah,
dude, it's like you said, it's like you're starting over with something different because I remember when I was way younger and started it, I'm thinking in my mind, I felt like I was going really fast through the trees. And then you look at your lap times and you're not even close to going fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what the actual, the mile per hour speeds are, average.
So a lot of times it's like between 21 and 24 mile an hour total, like when you average it all together.
Okay. Yeah.
For a lot of GNCCs, it's about in that ballpark, but that's taken into account when you're going 60 and then also when you're going 5. So
yeah, that's true.
So okay, so dude, transition. Tell us what's going on with Fast. Is there anything? I mean, you got anything going? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Dude, we're turning and burning over there. We got we're always hammering out flex handlebars and impact pegs, spoke torque wrenches, rear brake return springs, clevises. All kinds of good stuff, so all American made product, and we're not too far back ordered. I mean, there's only a few things that we're only like 3 weeks out at the most. So, but yeah, if anybody ever has questions or needs anything, definitely, get with me. Logan Huff. I'm your Fast Company Flex Handlebar Rider Support Rep. So yeah, I'm happy to help.
And dude, you are super accessible. I mean, anytime I've ever sent you an email or anything, I mean, you have always responded, dude. And again, coming on here and doing this with us, you're great to work with. We appreciate you. So guys, if you have your head buried in the sand and you don't know what flex bars are, you need to talk to this guy and get a set on your bike. That's for sure.
It definitely surprises me when, like, because I've been so deep in it, like, it surprises me when I get a phone call. Hey, I just heard about your company and saw your bars. I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Like, super encouraging, because hey, the sport's growing. There is definitely that in the back of my mind. I'm like, okay, who's this guy, But no, dude, it's awesome that they're getting into it. And, I hear a lot on the front, like that. I mean, the sport of ATV racing is growing. There's a lot of people that are just getting into ATV racing, and they want to get some bars on the quad, and it's awesome.
Logan, that is part of the reason that we try to do what we're doing is again, it's so disheartening over the past several years when, a lot of the factory support is gone for ATVs. You're down to one company even making a sport quad anymore. And kind of the point of what we're trying to do with this show and stuff we do at the races is just to kind of keep some flame burning for it and just keep hoping at some point it rejuvenates and we get back to where we've got more companies, want to be back involved and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, 100%, man. We've got to make it a big deal while we're doing it for sure. That's definitely a big part of it.
So listen, I know since you've just been on the East Coast, I know you're not coming back next weekend, but listen, if we're planning on this Kenda 9-hour thing being a yearly endurance race, so I'd like for you to think about in the future next year putting a team together and coming and being part of that also.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I'll definitely have to think about that because I
know it's a haul.
Hey, you never know though, man. It's like I said, that snowshoe trip was a pretty sporadic deal, but I gotta say, we are planning on coming back out to snowshoe next year, same group. So
good deal.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there, ready to rip. Hopefully keep the wheels rolling a little bit better than last time because man, I got stuck like 8 times. Had to move the quad. I was like, dude, if I would have, well, hey, that's part of it. So yeah,
but listen, how about how people jump in and help you though? Like when you get stuck.
That was so cool. That was so sick. Yeah, like this dude kind of was underneath my quad at one point, and I felt really bad. I was like, dude, are you okay? And he just like got out of the way, and he was like waving me on, like, go,
he was like,
go. Like, he was just fired up. I'm like, all right, dude. Like, I don't know how many beers you've had, but he didn't feel it yet. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, listen, the only rule down there is as long as you go where they point you, they will carry you through that damn hole. But if you try to go where they don't want you to go, they will leave you sit.
They will? Okay. See, I think I was fortunate enough. I didn't know where to go. There were so many arrows, and I was just headed. You
go where they point you, and they will literally pull you through that whole damn thing. But if you try to make your own line, they'll leave you sit there. They'll just ignore you.
Oh, I'll bet, though. I could see that. I mean, that's the cost.
So listen, a real quick story for you. Last year in Howard's Hole, we get down there, and a good friend of mine, T-Bird, was down there, and he had a few beers as well. He sees me coming, so he jumps up on this rock and starts waving. And I see him, and he's just like pointing. So I'm like, okay, T-Bird, let's do it. So he grabs a hold of the front of my bumper. He literally runs through Howard's Hole in front of my quad the whole time, pulling the bumper.
Wow.
And yeah, so then this one spot was a drop off. So we kind of got little cattywampus, and of course they got me through it. But when they got me through it, out of the corner of my eye, I see something moving, and I turn my head, and there's this girl stripping on the side of this tree.
Yeah,
like she's stripping, like she's dancing on a tree, like it's a stripper pole. Like it's legit.
Go. I love it. Yeah, I was pretty focused on the race, and like goggles were blown out. But like,
you gotta look around down there, man.
Like,
you gotta look around.
I thought I looked around and seen a couple topless, but I'm just like, I don't know for sure. So
I guarantee you did, man.
Probably did. Yeah, I wanted to see that at least. I guess, right? That's hilarious.
Well, listen, Logan, thank you so much for taking 15, 20 minutes to hang out with us, man. I'd love to have you back on in the future. Anytime you got something you want to talk about with Fast or whatever, any of your desert racing stuff, want to come on and give us an update on how, we'd love to have you, man.
Dude, totally. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Dude, I'm stoked to be on here. And yeah, one last thing just before I head off. I just
Yeah.
been working on that documentary and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know when it's gonna release. Maybe in the next month or so. It's coming from Moto FX. It's pretty awesome film producer, and yeah, it's called the series Behind the Off Road, and I'll be episode 7. So check me out, guys, and thanks for the
Awesome, man.
support.
So let us know, and when we can push it out on our social media too, whenever it comes out.
Oh, rad. All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. I'll let you know.
Yeah, buddy. All right, man. We're gonna let you go. Thanks again, buddy. Good luck. Good luck
All right,
at
guys.
the Heartland, man.
Thank you. Hey, and good luck next weekend.
All right, we'll see you, man.
All right, later.
All right, guys. Logan Huff with Fast Company. Again, wanted you guys definitely to hear about his snowshoe experience. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Those guys made the made the trip cross country to come and join us here at a GNCC, and of all the ones they picked, it was the Snowshoe Mountain. So that's a big deal. So we definitely appreciate Logan and those guys for joining us tonight. So all right, so up next we have let me see here. Let me get my bearings here. So before we bring this next young man on here, he is going to be our Sunstar Chains and Sprockets Rising Star of the Week. But what he doesn't know yet is he is our Custom Access All Smooth News of the Week. And the big news is Colton Yankovich is our Action Off-Road Camp Sponsor winner. So we'd just like to welcome him to the show, as well as congratulate him for getting the opportunity to go to Action Off-Road Camp for entering our Life Behind the Pros contest. He had a great video he put up. I've already talked with the Action Off-Road people, and again, just they are super excited to have him. He's never had the opportunity to go before. What he doesn't know is that I talked to his parents at Snowshoe, and they knew he was going to be the winner. So hopefully they kept it from him, because obviously that's a big responsibility to put on his parents to make sure they can get him there and all that. So at this point, we are going to welcome our Sunstar Rising Star of the Week, as well as our Custom Access All Smooth News Action Off-Road Camp winner, Colton Yankovich. What is up, buddy?
Nothing really.
So, my biggest question, dude, is did your parents keep the secret?
Yeah, that just completely threw me off.
Nice. Good job. I didn't know, you know, sometimes moms, when they start worrying, they might be, hey, listen, act surprised, but I need you to know that, you know, you're going to win. So, dude, congratulations. We thank you so much for doing the video and entering the contest, man. We're going to talk about your backstory a little bit here during the interview, but again, I've really been impressed with you and your work ethic and some of the things I've seen just from knowing you since the beginning of this race season. Was the first time we met, man. So congrats. So what do you think? So what do you think about winning?
It's crazy.
So that's a good crazy?
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're going to get to go next weekend then. I mean, this is next weekend, brother. Like, you're going to be loading up. You'll be loading up and getting ready to go. You're going to be down there. You're going to be getting one-on-one instruction from the biggest names in cross-country racing. Adam McGill, Chris Borich, Hunter Hart. I mean, Josh Merritt, all the big John Glotta Jr., Kate Osborne, all of them are going to be down there and getting to work with you on different facets of racing. So I really think this is going to be a cool deal for you, man.
It sounds cool.
All right. So you're the winner. You're going to the camp. Congratulations. Now let's talk about racing. So you came out beginning of the year.
Yep.
I can't remember. I'll let you tell the story, but you had one race in, or something happened. You broke your wrist or you broke your arm, and then we went into recovery mode. So tell us about what happened.
Oh goodness. So we were just riding around the house, and we went up a 4-foot hill maybe, and I didn't have enough momentum to get up it, so I got like halfway up. I revved it up and dumped the clutch, and it just went back. And then at the point of no return, it was straight up, and it just came right down. And I guess my hands went on the handlebars, and I think it just snapped it back.
Yeah.
And it just fell on me.
Just broke.
Yeah, it just broke.
So I kind of met you after that, because when I met you, you were casted up and you weren't able to race. And so you got back on the quad pretty much as soon as you were able to, didn't you?
Uh-huh. I remember riding with the cast on, like right up on the bars.
So listen, your mom says, trust me, it was hard to keep quiet. So she admitted she wanted to tell you. Listen, you got some other people out here, Colton. So Larry Mills with DP Brakes?
I think.
All right, so Larry Mills tells you congratulations. Annette Lambruno Kiger says congrats, Colton. Kenny Vincent, so cool, congratulations. Emma McNichol says congratulations. Debbie Ventura, congratulations. And Sue Ventura says, love you, buddy. So proud of you. So you got some fans, man. All right. So you got back to racing. You came down and did an NECXC with us. And if what I remember is you rode real strong the first couple laps. And honestly, I think, man, you just got tired from, not being on the bike. So what have you been doing since then?
Pretty much riding every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went to A-Works and you got a win, correct?
Yeah.
So I told you, so listen, that was our deal. I told your dad that you had to get a win and then I'd have you on the show. So it was at the last A-Works, correct?
Yep.
So tell us about your win at A-Works.
Yeah, it was my second win there. It was track was pretty good. It was rocky in places. But what really cost me was not going up the hill, because I went around.
Yeah. Were you a little gun shy after breaking your wrist?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I understand, brother. I get it. All right, so you went around, caught yourself some time.
Yep.
And then you got back in the lead.
Mhm.
So
well, I never lost the lead.
All right.
And then I think I ended up finishing like 20-30 seconds ahead of the next kid.
Okay.
And I think I lost like around 45 seconds a lap, not going up the hill.
Okay. So you had to make that up then.
Yeah.
You actually had to be running pretty darn good to.
It felt fast.
That's good, man. That's important when to feel fast. So you got the win at A-Works.
Yep.
So then you went to Snowshoe, right?
Mhm. We went to Snowshoe before the A-Works.
Okay. So how was your Snowshoe weekend?
It's fun. First GNCC I ever went to. Well,
okay.
GNCCs, just haven't raced them.
Right. So what was that like compared to running local races for you? First time experience.
A lot more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So competition better? Was it that? Was it the track? What do you think?
Both of those, really.
So how did you do? I apologize. I don't have it in front of me. How'd you do at Snowshoe?
I don't know. Like, okay. We'll say that.
What's okay? 5th okay? 10th okay? Like, you're gonna have to tell me.
13th out of 14th.
All right. Listen. I'm gonna give you a story. hardcore right here. Very first GNCC I ever raced, 1993. I not only finished last in my class, I finished dead last in the whole race. So it's okay, buddy. It's all better from there, man. You just have to get the first one out of the way, and then it all goes uphill.
Well, the problem was I came up to a bottleneck. I was seventh, I think, like in my class, and then I was looking for lines around it, and all the kids in my class came up behind everybody else. So I was like 50 to 100 feet off the track looking for lines.
Okay.
And then the bottleneck frees up, so I have to like race back, and then I get like 12th or 13th back
So you
there.
what could have turned out really good turned out really bad.
Yeah,
You know what? That sounds like cross country racing to me.
it is.
Sometimes your good choice gets you, and sometimes you get the good choice.
Yep.
So Amanda Yankovic says, super proud to even finish. Tough track, lots of awesome competitors. Absolutely, man. So again, finishing your first snowshoe is a win, buddy.
For me, it is.
All right. So what's up next for you? I mean, I know you're going to camp, but what are you doing next?
I believe, think it's Powerline Park at A-Works.
Powerline Park at A-Works?
Yeah.
All right. Is that how far after camp is that? Do you know? Does your dad know?
Next, like 2 weeks, 23rd.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So here you go. This is Ryan Thornton. Ryan Thornton runs the Southern Roots Racing Series out of Georgia. He says just seeing the checkered flag at Snowshoe is a win because he came up and did his first snowshoe also. And so he understands what you're saying, man. So you got people understand. So now you've got one under your belt. You were in 7th, had a fluke thing happen, finished 13th, and now next year you're looking at top 5.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple more this year too.
Good deal. So you're gonna do some other GNCCs?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do
Next 3.
the next 3, I believe.
All right, good deal. Well, dude, listen, like I said, I'm super thankful that we got to meet your dad and your family, and I am thankful that we're getting to be a part of your race program and kind of try to help you along the way. Again, as long as you keep working hard, we'll keep helping you, buddy. So you keep the attitude and you keep working, and we're going to keep working with you. All right.
All right, thanks.
All right, man. So listen, I expect some social media posts from you and your dad from camp shouting out Life Behind the Pros.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Good deal, buddy. Again, tell your family thank you. Congratulations again, man. And we will see you after you get back from camp. I'll probably do a follow-up interview with you because I'd like to hear about how camp went. And then I'd like you to tell other kids kind of what your experience was like so that when we do that promotion again next year, that, Jason Stewart has already talked to us about, wanting to, we'll do it again in the future. So you can come on and you can tell us about your experience and encourage other kids to enter next year. All right.
Uh-huh.
All right, buddy. Hey, Colton, thanks, buddy. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, buddy. I'll see you, man.
See ya.
All right, guys. That was Colton Yankovic, our Action Off-Road scholarship winner. So congratulations to him and his family. And also look for Colton at some of the races coming up, GNCC, and I know he does some Wexer and does some A-Works, and we are trying to continue to get him and his family to come back and be with us at the new East Coast Series also. So real quick, another congratulations. Proud of you, Colton. Seth Durst, hashtag the hardcore. Liz Harper from Pro Graphics, congratulations. So appreciate everybody tuning in. So, all right, guys. So we are going to, just a reminder too, I still have a Quad Tech, red Quad Tech hood that is up for grabs. Can be won by anybody If you remember, Hunter Hart was on the live show with me at Snowshoe Mountain, and we are giving away a QuadTech hood to anyone who can answer the trivia question. When did Hardcore get his first GNCC win? And you got to get the year, and then we're going to give you a bonus if you get the year, and you also get what race it was that year. So again, anybody who gets that correct, again, free Hardcore or free QuadTech racing hood from Hunter Hart and QuadTech. So don't forget about, and if you don't, you can enter or just send me a private message if you want to enter that way, or you can enter in the comment here if you want to throw a guess up for the rest of the show. So all right. So up next, we are going to, it is Kenda 9 hours of Havoc week. And again, we've appreciated here at Life Behind the Pros getting to be a part of this, and getting to be a part of the experience of putting this event together and supporting this event. So we're going to bring on now Seth Wilson, Drew Blackley, and Tanner Walker. And we're going to be talking about everything leading up to this weekend. So welcome, fellas.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Drew? How are you?
Nice shirt. It's like you know someone over there.
Listen, you got me that fancy new shirt, and I've yet to wear it.
Unreal. Yeah, you're saving that for date night.
Great night. Nice. So did we lose Tanner? All I got's a black screen.
Yeah, that's all I got on his end too.
All right. Well, listen, hold on. We got to take a brief pause. David Hawkins, you just won a QuadTech hood, buddy. 1993 is the correct answer. Do you possibly have what round it was for a bonus prize? So if you can throw that up in the comments, David Hawkins, 1993 is correct. So I will get a hold of Hunter Hart and have him bring that QuadTech hood to the next GNCC, and we'll get you hooked up. What is up, Tanner?
I'm here.
Hey,
all
Jeff,
right,
I hate to rain in a parade or nothing, but that was the year I was born. So
Eating a little dinner.
you've been around a little while.
But
Hey, thanks a lot, Drew.
I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. That makes. So we're gonna let Tanner go. He's finishing dinner. He said he'd jump back on here in just a second.
That's all right.
So Drew was just basically kicking me in the nuts right there about the year I won my first race was the year he was born.
Yep. It all works out.
Seth, how are you, buddy?
I'm great.
Dude, I don't know if you were able to watch the beginning of the show. We were giving you mad props on a fantastic racetrack for the first round of the Triple Crown Buddy Race Series, man. You did an awesome job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was for listening. My biggest thing was for a track that we have beat the snot out of. You figured out how to make that track fresh again. So that was awesome, dude.
I try.
So Larry Mills says, "Hey guys, he's looking forward to the weekend." So Seth, or Drew, did you know Larry was planning on being at the event?
I did. Yeah, Larry hits me up, lets me know all his plans. I'm like, all right, I got a 10 by 10 booth set up for you. Don't worry. Got a spot reserved. I got it roped
awesome.
off with Kenda tape. Yeah, it's all good. I got Larry taken care of.
Good deal. So I mean, I love when he shows up to stuff, man. His attitude about racing, he makes you feel good about it, and he likes being there. So his enthusiasm, I love seeing him. So all right,
Big
so
supporter of the sport. So we can't thank him enough.
So Drew, we're going to start with you because obviously Kenda is the title sponsor here, the Big Daddy sponsor of this first ever East Coast endurance race. Everything that's went out on social media this week, talking about the prize money and all the option and everything's looked great. So how you feeling about the event, man?
Yeah, no, it's crazy to think that we're already here. I mean, it was felt like yesterday you and I were just talking about this little idea that we had about bringing endurance racing to the East Coast, and time flies. So it's worked out better than I ever imagined. At times putting an event like this can be slightly overwhelming, But thankfully we have the Wilson family who has just jumped right in and has been able to really take this by the horns and put on an awesome event. So, I'm so fortunate and grateful that have all these companies in the industry to support ATV racing. I mean, you look at what we sent out today, that these brands that have just decided to jump in and said, yeah, we support ATV racing. It's been phenomenal. And I never expected any of this. Initially, it was just kind of going to be a Kenda deal, and all of a sudden, one brand like Larry and DP is like, hey, you guys are having a race, I want to help out, and that says a lot about our community, the sport of ATV racing, and it's so important to be able to have an event like this come back to the East Coast, and like I said, Kenda and myself, we're so grateful to be able to have everyone come together and put on such an excellent event.
So we were just talking to Logan Huff a few minutes ago from Fast Company
with the
about
GBC shirt.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. Yeah, I gave you hell about that. But we were talking about that. I feel like there is a whole group of companies that are just ready for a resurgence, honestly, of ATV racing, and that we're just hoping that if we all can create enough buzz about it and enough excitement, that we can get, again, I know it's a long shot, but we can get some companies back in the market of building new sport quads. And obviously Yamaha's still doing that. So hats off to them for staying in the game, but they're the only ones. I mean, they're the only ones left. So we hope that things like this, and like you said, there is an excitement there from people who support the sport. It's just whether we can get it back to the next level.
Yeah. And I mean, having, manufacturers makes it a lot more accessible, but at the same time, I'm kind of interested in see if, I like the innovation side of things, that, what people can put together. You see it on the ATV MX side a little bit. It's pretty wicked what these guys are building now, and the motors that they're getting these chassis, and it makes it kind of fun, but I mean, ultimately, yeah, I'd love to see the heydays where you have the big manufacturers and their trailers all at the races. It's great, but this is a strong group of people, and there's a tight core, and they're going to make a lot of things happen to keep the sport alive and kicking. And obviously we see it, the turnout, the numbers are still great. And I mean, you can't go wrong with racing the ATVs. So
absolutely. So speaking of that, man, real quick, just on a personal note, is the secret build ready?
There's too many secret builds now. That's the problem.
We got one.
It's just that's what I'm going to do. I told you that's my strategy. I'm just going to keep building stuff, and I'll never go racing again. That's my whole goal. Yeah,
just build
something.
At it.
Yeah, I'll be at the races eventually. I'm just building right now. So
all right, dude. All right, so Seth, I talked to you a little bit about earlier today about the show tonight, and you kind of said something that was encouraging. You said that all day long people had been on the registration site.
Yeah, we've been getting them in all day, and it's nice to see that they're still rolling in.
Yeah. So again, we talked about this. I kept, trying to keep everybody encouraged. I really think that people are going to come support it. I think there's been so much jockeying for who's going to race with who and all that people were honestly going to wait to the last minute to put their teams in. But I think we're at that point. I think you're going to see that the rest of the week. I don't know about you guys, but I get messages every day about, hey, we'll see you at the 9 hour, come to the 9 hour. So, if half those people show up, we're going to have a great tournament.
I mean, my phone was blowing up all day today. I almost had to turn it off. So, I was leaving my desk, every 10 minutes. So, no, it's great,
So Seth, I think we got Tanner back here. So I want to throw him back on, if we can find him. Oh, he's in the dark.
See him.
All right. So Seth, let's go to you, man. So in terms of track setup, track build, where are you with that? Are you going up this week? You already been there? Like, give us a scoop.
I actually got here yesterday, about 4 or 5 o'clock, and I rode around all afternoon until dark. And then today I got up about 7 o'clock and started. And I got everything laid out, I'm pretty sure, for the youth and the adult. And I'm hoping I think it's going to be right at 9 miles, which I think is going to work out perfectly for the 9 hours Havoc on July 9th. So-
July 9th, 9 hours of havoc, 9-mile track.
Yeah,
Atta-
I think it's pretty good.
Attaboy.
And we're gonna do 29 laps.
I hope we do.
I don't know.
All right, so 9-mile track. Tanner, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, buddy. So Seth's got 9-mile track laid out. So you've got one particular section. I just wanted you to give us an update on how your section has unfolded.
Well, just got done today about let's see here, about 3 o'clock. I hauled in about 100 ton of sand. There's probably 80 ton of mulch. I built some tire sections, tire crossings. Tomorrow I'm going to finish it up with some logs, so it's going to be real neat.
Are we still calling it the sandbox? Is that what we're calling it?
Was it the sandbox, or I thought there was something?
What was it?
Litter box.
The litter box.
Litter
That's right. The litter box. Yes, I forgot.
That's good.
It's the litter box because cats have 9 lives for the 9 hours of havoc,
there you go.
9 miles long
Yes. Yeah.
On July 9th.
on July 9th
Yeah, for those 29 laps there.
for the 29 laps. So you still pumped about this section, man?
Oh yeah, I think it turned out great. Hopefully Seth can agree, and everybody else that shows up. I think it's just going to be something different. Should be super cool. Something to get your mind off the whole track. For the whole 9 hours.
So
And I
have
think
you done anything yet, Tanner? Have you done anything yet? Do you have any guess about how much time going around or going through saves you?
I honestly do not. Maybe Seth could comment on that.
Well, I do know that the way around, I did the mileage on my quad, and it is a quarter mile to go around. So
Really?
That's,
That's a lot.
so I think it's going to be at least 30 seconds, probably
Yeah.
close to a minute.
So you
So
do that
real
every
quick-
lap. You do that every lap. That's a lot of time.
That's like 29 minutes.
Yeah, because of 29 laps.
Exactly.
All right, Tanner, what were you going to say?
So we have a name for the sand. We have a name for the mulch. I think we have a name for the tires, and basically the whole challenge section. So what is the name for the trail around the challenge section? I mean, we need something cool here.
The pansy line.
Wussy Way.
Wussy way.
All right, so so let's throw it out. All right, so we'll see if we can get a couple comments to help us out. If you're in the comment section, we are looking for a name for the easy line around the challenge section. So Tanner wants to give it a name like we did the challenge section. It's called the litter box. And I think Stephanie was I think Kenny Vincent's lady Stephanie is the one that got we gave her the win for naming it the litter box. So we need some names for the name of the easy way around. Maybe it has a 9 in it.
Well, I can tell you this, that we use the pink arrows for the way around.
Oh,
Wow. Are those just faded Kenda arrows that you saved and now they're pink?
No, actually, they are very bright and pink. I can go get you one if you'd like to see it.
Kenny Vincent says Yellow Brick Road.
well, we do have an inside joke with a 3-finger combo and a 4-finger combo, and actually the 2-finger combo is the sissiest of them all. So technically, it could be the 2-finger combo. That's an ongoing inside joke that I will let everyone use their imagination on. So it could be the 2-finger combo.
Oh,
I don't know. I think we'll have to save that for some other day.
Drew just took the show off the rails.
I'm not on the
All
clock right now, so I think I could say stuff like that.
Oh, all right. Ryan Thorne says we should call it the slow rider. Stephanie says we could call it the catwalk. Jennifer Wilson says the pansy line.
Pansy
Doug
line.
Kirk says easy street. Ed King thinks Wussy Way sounds perfect. And then Jennifer Wilson says the 1.5 finger.
Inside jokes are great.
Okay. All right. And yeah, Dave Machisco says, I need easy. Yeah, right. Got beat us by 7 minutes on the biggest rock.
Winner.
Yeah, biggest rocks on the planet. Needs it.
All right.
Oh, so Nathan Delabar says the litter box, which is already the hard way, or the pussycat for the easy way. So there you go, Tanner. You got some things to chew on, man, besides the 2-finger combo.
I guess we'll have to figure out if the youth are going to be going through it to what we can call it.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be PG-13 for the youth.
Yeah. But no, I mean, Jeff, you know, we're oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. I just got scaredy cat.
There you go. But no, we're excited. We got a pretty good video crew, videographer coming down, and a photographer. We're going to get some really good content there on Friday. So I hope, you know, if you're a Kenda rider, hope to see everyone there on Friday. We'll probably do some interviews, some good, you know, some good photography and images. And then obviously all day Saturday. So we'll get some really good content out of this, really promote Kenda and all the other great brands and in the event itself, and really showcase, you know, how beautiful this piece of property is. It's a great place to race. So yeah, we're excited. We got, like I said, we got some really good people involved to really promote this and make this into something really special for years to come. I mean, I know we're already thinking of, you know, how to make it, you know, obviously we got to get over this weekend, but we're already thinking about ways to make it bigger and better going into the future. And there's just so much opportunity here. And to see, like I said, how many, you know, great brands got involved and how many good people got involved on this is going to be a really special event.
Oh, absolutely, man. You said, I mean, Drew, you couldn't have said it better, buddy. I mean, that's, again, I think we all hoped it would snowball, but it actually is come to life now, man. This thing is, and I think, you know, again, year one's going to be great, but I think there's already potential from everything we've learned along the way, getting ready for year one, for this thing to be something we can keep going in the future as well. So, I just want to say from a racing standpoint and from the show, and as a racer, I do want to say thanks to Kenda, Drew. I want to say thanks to Tanner and thanks to the Wilson family, just for, you know, Drew, particularly for getting Kenda to step up. This is not like we were asking Kenda to support a Girl Scout cookie drive here. This was a big deal. You guys put a lot of money up to try to make this a huge event, and again, hopefully everybody at some point extends a thank you and shows you guys some appreciation. If you're not already a Kenda rider, and you don't have some contractual commitment to another tire brand, you guys need to get on Kenda. I mean, I can't tell you enough how much working with Kenda, working with the company and working with Drew, as well as the quality of the product is the total package. And if you're not on Kenda, you're missing out.
Completely agree.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jeff. And like I said, it really wouldn't be possible without, like I said, you know, with your podcast and the Wilsons and the Walkers, it wouldn't be possible without you guys. But no, it's going to be a great time. From what I'm hearing too, we got other tire manufacturers, riders showing up. I mean, you got, you know, a lot of GBC riders showing up from what I'm hearing. So, hey, competition's good and we welcome it. You know, I love that side of it.
Dude, I hope in the future, I mean, even if we can't get the manufacturers back involved, I hope in the future there is a tire manufacturer battle that goes on at this event every year. I mean, let's do it. I mean, even if it just got 4 or 5 companies back in the game for just this, it would be nice to see something like that, you know, where there's teams that are just based on nothing but brand.
Absolutely. Well, I'll welcome it.
All right, so Seth, anything coming up rest of this week that we could that people would want to know about? So tell it Friday. Register. What time's the gates open? Do they open Friday? Just some logistics.
I do believe they open on Thursday night.
Okay.
Definitely going to be open all day Friday.
Okay.
I did get a question earlier that I really didn't think about. But somebody had asked me if they were allowed to work on their quad while their buddy was out racing, while they were just chilling in the pits. And I mean, obviously that would be fine. You can do whatever you want, as long as it's the same. As long as it's the same quad going back out, that's all that matters.
So Seth, what I have told people, and if I've told them incorrectly, we'll correct it. But I've told them that you can do that, but you got to work on it in the impound area.
That would be definitely recommended. Yeah. But
That way there's zero chance of anybody, bringing a different bike back to the, what I mean, this kind of that stuff.
Right. Well, there'll definitely be enough eyeballs around to make sure that nobody's doing anything hairy.
Sure. All right. So we're a couple days away. So people can either register online, Seth, or can they also register at the track correctly? They can register there?
Yes, but we highly encourage the pre-registration.
I understand. So we're highly encouraging everybody to have their teams pre-registered. But if you just cannot do that, you can register your team at the event. So real quickly, the schedule for Saturday, Seth, the youth race is going to be
at 7:30.
7:30?
Yes.
Okay. 8:30, 7:30 to 10?
Yes.
Okay. And then the adult race will start at 11?
Yes.
Okay. And it'll go to 8 p.m.
Yeah, that sounds all right to me.
And then we party.
And then if we got anything left in the tank, then we party.
No. Keep the tank open. There's going to be a party.
Well, I feel like at least for some of us who are going to be happy to get this thing accomplished and get it over with, we probably are going to party regardless.
Yeah, as long as everything goes good, everyone can sleep in my camper. We'll be good.
All right, sounds good, man. All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you for jumping on here, doing a final curtain call here for the Kenda 9 Hours of Havoc on July the 9th, 9-mile track, possibly 29 laps. And in the challenge section of 9 lives. So it's just going to be an all 9 weekend. So, all right. Anything anybody wants to wrap up with before we jump off here?
No, I'll just say that. Our
Go ahead.
whole division is going to be there. I'll have shirts. We're giving away tires. We're giving, we got a lot of companies giving away gift certificates and whatnot. So everyone's going to get treated really well by the end of it. So you're going to walk out with something, which is great. Stop by the Kenda booth. I got shirts. I got hats. Get yourself a shirt. Get yourself a hat. Stop on by.
Awesome. So you heard that, guys. Kenda's going to have a huge giveaway stuff going on. I know other companies are as well. So when you get there, there's going to be stuff to go around and see and do and get yourself some swag. Tanner, you said there's one more thing you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, I just said I'll see everybody there, and hopefully everybody that shows up has a good time, and I'm just pumped, man.
All right, Tanner, we appreciate you and your family for, again, hosting this event on your property. And again, thanks to Kenda and Drew for sure. Seth, you and your family for putting it on. And we'll see you guys on early Friday. We'll be up there. And Drew, whatever you need between now and then, man, just let me know, and we'll try to make it happen.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you being on here.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, guys. So that is the Kenda 9-hour crew of Drew Blackley with Kenda, Seth Wilson with New East Coast, and Tanner Walker with the Walker Ranch and 9-2 Goggles. So, guys, appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight on the show. It's been a great show. Congratulations again to Colton Yankovic for our Action Off-Road Camp contest winner. So excited to get him to get the opportunity to go down south there and be a part of that camp. Congratulations to Dave Machisco Sr. for being our Spotlight Dirt Dominator from his snowshoe victory of 7+ minutes over the rest of us old guys. So congrats, Dave, also. And thank you, everybody who tuned in and all the comments. So we are going to wrap up the show the way we always do. We're getting ready to do our drawing. Appreciate you, Larry. Larry Mills, great show, bud. Dave Machisco Sr., hell yeah, boy. Dave, I just need you to ride like that. I just need you to ride like that for the 9-hour, buddy, and then we're all good. All right, guys. So we've got 48 entries. Give you another about 30 seconds if you have not made a comment to get your name in the drawing, and then we're going to give away the Hardcore Harvey Motorsports swag giveaway for season 3, episode number 15. We're getting ready to put this one in the book. So again, we appreciate everybody who's been a part of it. So here we go, guys. Let's see who our winner is tonight. All right. So our winner tonight is going to be Billy Wallace. So congratulations, Billy Wallace. I will hit you up, buddy. If you'll just messenger me after the show, man, I'll get the details on what size swag and stuff that you would like, and we'll give you a choice. You'll have your choice of a couple things that you can get, man. So, guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't made plans to go to the 9-hour, guys, please come out and support this event. There's not too many events like this that are trying to promote quad racing. And just come out and support it as a spectator or a racer. And again, man, appreciate everybody who tunes in. We're super excited to keep this going. So, and guys, just remember the motto of Hardcore Harvey Motorsports and the Hardcore Nation. And all you do, go hardcore. Guys, thanks for tuning in tonight.